This girl has been obsessed with money since she was little. While other kids were still drinking milk, she had already learned 100 ways to make money. She took expired chicken from her house, reprocessed it, and sold it to street vendors, earning a lot of money. In high school, she sold branded cigarettes at school, earning enough to cover all of her household expenses. But she never fell behind in her studies. Her intelligence took her to a prestigious college. Her mother and sister were happy, but she herself was worried because the tuition fees were very high. If she took out a loan, the interest alone could reach $70,000, which they couldn't afford. However, she wasn't the type to give up easily. She realized that people in her town were crazy about football, so she started printing fake tickets and selling them illegally. Because of his innocent face, his fake tickets were even more popular than the real ones. But this time the problem was serious. Two police officers came to him, and he was sentenced to 3 years in prison for fraud. However, even in prison, he remained resourceful. He started a new business among the inmates and used the money he earned to buy books. He taught himself because his dream was to become the richest man. But one day, his mother called and shattered his dreams. Due to lawyer fees and fines, he was in huge debt. A year later, he was released early for good behavior. But on his first day out, he immediately received a call from a debt collection agent. To his surprise, the agent offered to reduce his debt from $300,000 to $5,000 as long as he paid it immediately. She immediately realized this was a business opportunity. She investigated and learned that every time an agent successfully collected a debt, they earned a 10% commission. The job was easy, and the money went straight into her pocket. But the question arose, if the debt was deducted, why wasn't the bank losing money? To find the answer, she went directly to the debt collection company, becoming the only female employee there. Other employees collected debts with threats and pressure, but she used her brain and managed to rise to the top. Her method was different. Before calling, she first found out each customer's weaknesses. Like a young man who was a favorite child of his mother, she first found his mother's number, then used it to scare her, and gave her a solution. Take out a student loan to pay for college. But she also warned that if her call reached Cherie, you were finished. In this way, she surprised everyone and proved that nothing can stop someone who uses their brain.